Hey everyone, my name is Julie Henderson and I want to welcome you tonight to our webinar. I have a couple people with me. Hiding over here is my husband, Scott. I have two friends, Kristen and Kristen, with me as well, and they're going to be sharing a little bit about their stories. So awesome, you guys already found the chat box. Cool. Hop on over, let us know that you can hear us, let us know who invited you, and we'll be getting started in a couple minutes. This way, too, we know how much of a delay there is, too. So let me know the second you guys can hear me, because a lot of times there's a delay, and especially at the end for questions, this way I'll know how long to stay on. We're going to be going over a lot of stuff tonight. We're going to be sharing our stories, sharing a little bit about what coach is. Post them in the chat box, but try to keep them until the end, just because chances are we're going to go over all of your questions at some point during the end of the night. Awesome. I see lots of coaches on here already. I see Leanne is, Maureen Cross is her coach. Awesome. Maureen's a great coach. All right, cool. They can hear us too. Yay. All right, we have Maria, Tiffany Bastian. Tiffany is an awesome coach. Maria is too. They're all great coaches. I hope you guys are warmer than us too. Every one of us that are on this call tonight are in Western New York, and we are freezing.
It's freezing. We have Sandy, invited by Melissa Kessler. Awesome, awesome. Trying to scroll down, but it won't let me.
I know it don't let me scroll down so far too.
Oh, I saw Sarah, Aaron Malay's challenger. Awesome. Hey, Sarah.
Jamie Caputo was invited by Stephanie Caputo. And Laura's here.
Oh, hey, Laura.
Sarah Lang. Awesome. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Oh, Carol. I'm so jealous. Carol says she's in California.
Jealous, jealous, jealous.
That would be amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am going to go ahead, and Scott's going to be our first speaker. I'm not going to tell my story. A lot of you guys have already heard my story, and mine's kind of boring compared to the speakers that we have. Very short. I was a 3-time college dropout, started working for a factory, hated every second, needed to be happy, and I ended up leaving my job, searching for happiness. I became an esthetician and a massage therapist, and kind of fell into that trap where you are told that you're going to have all this freedom and all this time, and it's really not true. So coaching kind of fell into my lap during that time, and I started it as a hobby, ended up just falling in love with it and just running with it, and it's really become a passion of mine, and I've been a coach for almost 3 years now. I've been full-time for almost 2 years, and I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to Scott. I'm going to pull his slide up, and his story is going to kind of encompass some of that and everything that he has done too. So hopefully you guys can see this slide, and I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Scott.
Right on. What's up, guys? I'm super excited to be on the call tonight. So Julie and I have been married 11 amazing years, and we are both full-time coaches. After college, I took a job in my field, which ended up becoming a management job, and I stayed there for a whopping 22 years, which is crazy by today's standards, right? You know, it paid a comfortable living, and it did have some perks, but it came with a lot of negatives. We called it the golden handcuffs. After 22 years, it got to a point where I couldn't spend another 25 years in that workforce until retirement, basically building someone else's dream instead of my own. So I needed to have a change. Essentially, the job dictated how much time I could spend with my family and how much money I made. There was a ceiling on the income, of course. there's not a boss in the world that wants to pay their hourly employee more. So there was a ceiling on that, and I became, I was a manager, so I had my boss on one side and cranky customers harping on me on the other. So it was a high stress job, grossly underappreciated. So it was getting me depressed, and I needed a change. And I didn't mean a change like in another job, like a lateral move. I needed like something bigger. I needed independence and freedom from that just daily grind of 8 to 5, which is what we're all told to kind of do from the moment we go to high school and college. You're supposed to get a job and work for the man until retirement, and then if you're lucky, you'll get to retire. Well, that wasn't for me anymore. So while I was internally struggling with my future, what my future would hold, Julie was in school full time and decided to become a Beachbody coach. Now, by this point, we had done a few rounds of P90X, and I really, really liked the products, Shakeology and the fitness products. So I really supported her 100%, but I didn't personally have an interest in coaching. I had a time-consuming job, and I was already in good shape. I had my fitness, nailed in and everything. So I figured it was just going to be a hobby for her, until I started to see her build a team, and I saw how many people's lives she was changing and influencing along the way. She had started to win some trips through the company, and we had gone to some destination events out of town, like Las Vegas and Disney World and a couple others, where I met the top leaders of the company, the corporate leaders of the company, some of the celebrity trainers, and I just was so impressed. So after a while, I started to see the paycheck she was getting, and with that, I noticed something different that I've never seen before. I saw the amount of people she was helping going up. So here it was where her income's going up, but she's also getting messages from other coaches that she was helping, and people that she was, clients she was helping in the fitness world, saying, "Oh my God, thank you so much." So here I'm used to working for 22 years as a punching bag, never getting any credit for anything. Typical pat you on the back stuff, but nothing like this. So it was the polar opposite of what I was used to, and it really appealed to me. So it became clear rather quickly that it wasn't just a hobby. It was something that could produce an incredible lifestyle, and I was all in. So I had already been signed up by her when she first got into it. She signed me up almost immediately, and I just wasn't working the business. I started out as a new coach like everyone, but I just didn't do a lot with it at first. I had not that many friends on social media, not much rapport with those friends on social media other than acquaintances from high school and things like that. But with being consistent and sort of this newfound purpose that I had, things started to pick up, and it got to a point where we just kind of sat down one night and said, "Look, let's pick a date and just take that leap of faith and quit my job." So this past June of 2014, I think it was at the Success Club cruise, we decided that 1 year was going to be our kind of a goal timeline for me to do that. So the pressure was sort of on, right? But just over 2 months later, in August, almost to the day of me working at that place for 22 years, I pulled the parachute and retired from that job. And yep, people thought I was crazy, but I was determined to take and make the rest of my life the best of my life. So, guys, since then, life has been what I used to dream about. This is the type of stuff that happens to other people. Sunday nights are just a normal night of the week now. There's no more Sunday night blues, no more job-related stress. I remember times when I was on vacation, my boss calling me, when I'm driving down the thruway, going somewhere, to ask me the stupidest questions you've ever heard. No more demanding customers. So my days are on my own time now. I make my own schedule. If we want to go to Starbucks and work for a few hours, we do it any time of day. I'm surrounded by like-minded people and have made some amazing friendships, and just feel really good about about being on the team of coaches that we're on, and it's incredible. Team Pure Synergy is without a doubt a group of rock stars, and this is something that college had never would have allowed me to do. My job now is to inspire others to live happy, healthy, fulfilling lives. So I know so many people that are sick of their jobs and feel stuck like I was, and I tell you guys, trust me, there is a better way, and this, for me anyway, is it. It's just so much more than fitness DVDs, and it's an opportunity for you to change your family's life. And the best thing I could say is don't wait to jump in, just do it. Don't be afraid to fail, but think about being afraid to stay the same. And I was for years, guys. I was afraid to fail, and I just honestly, if it wasn't for Julie, that I was going to quit my job a couple of times, and finally one morning I was fed up, and she put a copy of it's called a GoPro. It's a personal development book that was in audio form, and she put it in my car, unwrapped, mind you, to make sure that I'd pop it in my CD player on the way to work, and I did, and that's I took a picture of it when I got out of my car that morning because I knew that was the day that kind of gave me that little nudge of courage to go in and tell my boss I quit. So give this thing a good look and talk to the coach that invited you to this webinar, and I'll see you guys in the coach group. Oh, and real quick,
I was just going to do that if you didn't. You have to describe both of them.
The picture on the left is me on my last day of work driving home, doing a selfie, and it was just an incredible day for me. I came walking in the house after, and I was on cloud 9. The only day that was almost as good as that was the day I put in my 2 weeks. But the one on the top right is my 21-day fix results. And the lower right picture, that's my half-sister. She lives out in Arizona. And that was for our leadership retreat, which was, when was that? A few months ago.
It was in
October.
September.
I wasn't allowed to get off of work for that. My boss had a trip planned, as he always did, and usually left me to run his business. But I couldn't have gotten it off for that amount of time. So that was after I quit my job, so I could obviously go whenever I wanted to. So I went out there for some training, and I got to see my half-sister, who I had only met once before in my life. So it was like super, super special. I just just proved to me like I made the right decision. But yeah, that's what I got.
Awesome. All right, we are going to go over to Kristen next. And Kristen is one of our Diamond coaches on the team, and today is also her birthday. So happy birthday, Kristen.
Happy birthday.
And I'm going to go ahead and let Kristen go ahead and tell her story.
Hey guys, like Julie said, I'm Kristen Robison. I am so excited to have the opportunity to talk to all of you and to share my story tonight. A little bit about me. I am married almost 8 years to my husband Kyle. I've been a Beachbody coach for about 9 months. I have 2 amazing kids, Nathan, who is 6, and Eva is 4. You can see them in the pictures there on the slide. And I also work part-time as a physical therapist. I have been a PT for almost 13 years, which is amazing. As far as my history with fitness, I have always been somewhat active, a gym rat on and off, done spinning, step classes, weights. Then I had kids, and I had a list of excuses a mile long. Too tired, no time, too expensive. And then about 2 years ago, it hit me. I really decided that I needed to get healthy. So I wanted to lose a few pounds, tone up. I had high cholesterol for years, so I knew it was time to do something about it. So I started running. I decided I was going to train for a half marathon. I was running 4 to 5 times a week, long runs, tempo runs, successfully finished a half marathon, but I saw no change in my body, no results. So I knew I had to do something. I needed to change my nutrition. I felt like I knew what I had to do, but I had no idea where to start, and I didn't have the support that I needed. So I had seen an ad for the 21-day fix. I think it was probably on Facebook. And I so luckily got in contact with my coach, Tatiana Miko. She told me what I needed to do. It was, you need to do this, you need to get the Shakeology, and I finally listened. I got a hold of the 21-Day Fix Challenge Pack with the Shakeology, and I had a transformation of my life. And some of you may look at my pictures and say, it's not that big of a deal. But for me, I never thought my body could be any different. I never thought, I was the weight I was my entire adult life. I never thought that could be any different. I lost 15 pounds in less than 2 months. I had more energy than ever. My cholesterol dropped 70 points after 2 months. And for me, this became a lifestyle. Like they said, today's my birthday. I'm 35 today, and I feel 100 times better, and I probably look 100 times better than I did when I was 25. So by far, this was the best. Just the challenge pack alone was the best investment in myself and my health that I've ever made. So when Tatiana approached me with the opportunity to become a coach, to get a discount on the Shakeology and, all the Beachbody products and the opportunity to make extra money, how could I not share this? So I was in. And as I got into the coach groups, I could not believe how motivating and positive and what a team feel it was. I knew I had to be a bigger part of it, and I really started to share what I was doing and started to get challengers and clients of my own and started to grow my team. So what I want to talk about today are 3 areas of coaching that have most benefited me, have been the biggest deal on my journey so far. And first and foremost is for my own accountability with my health and fitness. I know for a fact that if I wasn't being held accountable by my fellow coaches, my challengers, and the people that I'm hoping to inspire, that maintaining this lifestyle would be a lot harder for me. I'm motivated by the people around me every single day. I'm a role model for my kids, for my clients, and anyone else who might be watching what I'm doing. So because of that, I have been able to maintain my weight loss. If you get off track, you check in with your group and you see what everyone else is doing, and it's so easy to get right back with that support. I've improved my running times, my race times, and most recently I've conquered one of the toughest programs I've ever done, and am going to be finishing up at the end of the week. That's the Insanity Max 30 with Shaun T. So that's number 1. Number 2 is personal development. Before Beachbody coaching, I had no idea what personal development was. It is crucial to the business, and also I have found crucial to life that you are constantly improving you. It's so important that you're confident, you believe in yourself, you set goals for yourself, for your business, and for your personal life too. Like I said, I've never ever done that before, and this has been so important for me to achieve goals both in my personal life and in the business. I had set a goal to run a sub 2-hour half marathon soon after I started coaching, and that's something that I never would have imagined that I could have accomplished, and unfortunately I missed it by 30 seconds, but I'm setting that goal again for this May. So yeah, setting goals is amazing. You should try it. Yeah, so I've never had a job that asked me to improve myself mentally, in order to be successful. It's brought so much positivity, the things I've read, the things I've listened to. And then also, the coaching all along has just given me more purpose. I feel like before Beachbody coaching, I was a couch potato, and I would watch TV at night. And, now I feel like either I'm helping others meet their goals, or I'm working towards mine. So that's number 2. Lastly is the financial portion of it. And pretty much for my first month of being a coach, a lot of times people have that objection with the Shakeology, that it's a monthly fee and all of that. And being a coach, I was making enough income from the business to pay for both mine and my husband's Shakeology orders pretty much right off the bat. So that was being covered almost immediately. But as the months went on, my income started to grow, and this fall is when that extra income became really, really important, actually. I've been lucky enough to work part-time or per diem as a physical therapist since my babies were born, and I've always had my mom for my babysitter. And this past fall, our world was turned upside down when my mom became ill. She was diagnosed with cancer in November. Sorry. And so, I panicked. I panicked for a lot of reasons, but one of them was, what was I going to do with my baby? She's 4, but she's still my baby. And I didn't want to do daycare. That was the last thing I wanted to do. And because of my Beachbody income, I was able to, kind of just work weekends, and I was able to stay home with her until my mom got back on her feet. So without that extra income, I'm not sure what I would have done. But now I'm back to working per diem as a physical therapist, and I am continuing to push my business forward with good balance, and I love that I can still do both and be successful with both jobs. So in closing, I want to express how gratifying it is to help others to do for themselves what my coach helped me with. And, look to your coach for that same help. You can get that help in all of these areas that I just talked about. We're here for you. We guide you. I have reached goals that I never imagined I could. My confidence is better. I feel better. I have an amazing team of men and women to support me every single day. The team is a blast. Our leaders are amazing. Shout out to Julie and Tatiana, my coaches. The support and the trainings are great. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys decide to change your life too. You literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain with this. So I hope you join us. Thanks, guys.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. I am just going to stop this right here. I don't know if you guys can see everything. Okay, just to get our slides back up and running. That's absolutely amazing, and it really does help. It gave Kristen that freedom to be able to help her mom and really just be there for her and be the support that she really needed. So it's absolutely amazing. All right, next up we have Kristen. Now Kristen is Kristen's actually a Diamond coach now, and she is a mom to 3 little ones, and she's going to be talking about her story right now.
Hey guys. Kristen, that was awesome. I just have to tell you that. I was getting teary-eyed over here for you. So super awesome for sharing. Thank you. So I am Kristen Garrow, and I am busy mama of 3, and I've been married to my husband, Nelson, for 3 years. All of our kids are 3 under 3. Mason will be 3 this coming Sunday, so really excited about that. Diem and Layla are twin girls. You can't really see them in the pictures because they were just teeny tiny in their little car seats, but they are 14 months old. I can't believe that either. So I want to tell you how I got here because I was very resistant to making this change. I spent the better half of my life being a victim of the diet industry. I suffered silently through bulimia, diet pills, quick fixes, lemon juice cleanses, Weight Watchers, which I did lose weight, but I didn't sustain it, and over-exercise. I developed a really bad, unhealthy relationship with food and exercise. I was constantly up and down on the scale. I was skinny, I was heavy, I was medium. I was never, ever healthy, and I definitely for sure was never happy or comfortable and confident in my own skin. Before I became pregnant with Mason in 2011, I had been working a job for about 4.5 years, and I was, near the end, I was pretty unhappy, depressed, and miserable in my job. I figured, why not go back to school? Let me get my MBA. That didn't do much except give me some huge student loans to add to my already 4-year degree. When we found out that we were expecting, it was a surprise, and I was now pregnant and out of a job because I had quit, unmarried, and I'm pretty positive that anybody and everyone said, wow, she is not going to amount to much. So luckily for me, that unplanned pregnancy happened with the perfect man for me. He supported me and encouraged me to do something that I loved, but I honestly did not know what that was at that point. Everything was changing. I was becoming a mom. I had no idea what I was doing. So I jumped in and I opened my own stroller fitness franchise. I felt like I had a purpose. I was working out, all this stuff. On the downside, my pregnancy had some pretty serious complications. I was really, really sick, and then I brought home a very colicky reflux baby. And I threw myself back into fitness to avoid some pretty serious postpartum depression in the making because it was getting bad. And then all of a sudden, that up and down weight battle began again. So about 1 year after I'd had Mason, I met my coach, Tatiana, and she introduced me to clean eating and nutrition. So I started educating myself, learning. I changed my diet completely. I got rid of processed foods. I began eating clean whole foods, which in turn, clean eating and the exercise that I was already doing, I was in the best shape of my life. And then I got pregnant again, and this time with twins, as you can already see. It was definitely a shock because after the chaos surrounding Mason's pregnancy, it was, my heart's starting to beat a little faster because it's just still insane to think about. But I was positive that my healthy lifestyle was going to make this pregnancy better. I was right and I was wrong. My twin pregnancy was pretty much doomed from conception, as my doctor refers to it. I had internal bleeding. I was suffering from hyperemesis. I had to have a PICC line inserted, numerous medications to keep my body going. And then when everything seemed like it was just a couple more weeks to go, my body quit. At 29 and a half weeks, I had to have an emergency C-section, and our girls were born completely healthy, just very teeny tiny. And that was amazing that that happened. Where I was wrong, outside of all the other complications, I developed a condition called DIC, and I was bleeding out, and I wouldn't get to meet the babies for 6 days. It took 26 blood transfusions, 4 platelet transfusions, and 2 additional surgeries to save my life. But I survived, and my doctor told me that he thanked God for my healthy lifestyle, because if I wasn't healthy, I would be dead if I didn't have that healthy foundation. Think about that. It's hard, and my heart's beating really fast. I'm not crying. Yay! But I almost wasn't here to tell you that story. And sharing it is definitely hard. It's definitely difficult. It rips the Band-Aid off from everything that I went through. But after that happened, like Scott said, I decided I was going to make the rest of my life the best of my life, because I knew it could be gone in an instant. And I felt insanely lucky that I am alive and I get to see my children grow up. So I decided, well, I didn't decide right away, so let's be honest here, because Tatiana's probably shaking her head. I was physically healed. I jumped back into fitness again. I owned my own business, hit the ground running. Tatiana started sharing her coaching journey, And she asked me, and I blew her off, not one, not two, but 4 times. She's probably still shaking her head. Finally, I went to hear her speak at an event, and I was so moved. The inspiration, the motivation, and the friendship, I knew that I had to be part of it. I anxiously went home. I was super ready for this new change, but the financial dependence that I felt towards not bringing in any paychecks before that, that'll really mess with your head. So I was really, really afraid to ask my husband to spend the money to buy my challenge pack, even though I knew I wanted to do it for myself. I don't know what came over me, but I walked in, I was like, I need to do this. And he said, okay, put it on the credit card. If this is what you want to do, I want you to do what makes you happy. Mind blown. He never made me feel bad about money. It was all in my head, but it was really that financial dependence that is hard. And if you're a stay-at-home mom, you probably get that and understand. So in April, it will be come up on a year that I said yes, and I invested in myself. I bought my challenge pack, I bought my Shakeology, and it was the best $160 I ever spent in my whole entire life. In almost a year, I've earned more income than I made in my entire 3 years of owning my own stroller fitness business. I have actually made more than I invested in that business, and that was a lot. I have met some of my closest friends. I've worked on myself. As Kristen said, the personal development is huge. I've developed myself, gained self-esteem and confidence, and I've traveled. I've just created my own financial stability, and it just keeps getting better and better every single day. And I'm no longer living to please anyone else except myself. And I'm going to be 31 in 2 weeks, and I feel and look better than I did 10 years ago. I actually posted a picture on my Facebook about that today because I just think it's crazy, but it's so awesome. So that is my story. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.
What an absolutely inspiring story. It's absolutely amazing. I don't think I've ever been so moved by everything. It's really, really crazy. So you've heard our stories. Now we're going to get a little bit more into the background of Beachbody, and I am going to let Kristen Robeson go ahead and take over here.
Okay, you guys again. So just to talk a little bit about what Team Beachbody is and the history. You know, some of you may or may not know what that is. And basically, Beachbody was founded in 1998 by John Condon and Carl Deichler. They started it with a mission to help people lead healthy and fulfilling lives. It started as an infomercial company with programs like Slim in 6, Power in 90, and I'm sure most of you have heard of P90X. And at that time, they did have chat and message boards online, and they found that the people that were participating in that were getting the results. They were using the boards for support and accountability and cheering each other on, and so that is when they decided to form their network of coaches. So post Team Beachbody in 2007, they launched the Coaching Network. People could become coaches to help support and motivate others while, you know, helping them stick to their own health and fitness goals. So since then, there have been a ton of programs and products they've come out with. Some of the most recent ones being PiYo, the new P90, Insanity Max 30, and also the most recently just released this month, the sequel to the program we all love, the 21-Day Fix, which is the 21-Day Fix Extreme. So Beachbody is definitely not slowing down. I think there's, you know, another 3 or 4 new programs set to come out in the next year. So, you know, things are definitely moving forward with Beachbody.
So as you can see, there is a major health crisis in the country, and it's actually trickling down to countries all over the world. You don't even need this picture. Tomorrow, take a look around, or better yet, think about those that you know, your family and friends. Is anyone struggling with weight or health issues? Anyone constantly on a diet? Does this maybe include you? This is why we do what we do. There's a problem and it's getting worse, and we are fighting that problem. We provide solutions and support to get people healthy and end this trend of obesity, diabetes. Did you know that kids are getting diabetes now? A disease that was once only found in adults. Oh, it's scary. Fatigue, and so much more. We help people feel the way we're meant to feel. Excuse me. And that keeps us motivated, and it keeps us motivated to do the same for ourselves and our family. I personally will not let my child go through what I went through. Any of the three, that's another reason I do this for them. They're my main reason.
Right on. I'm going to talk a little bit about what a coach actually is and does. Coaches are for support, motivation, and accountability, and we change lives by sharing our own stories, like we are tonight. Not only do we keep our clients accountable, but we also hold ourselves and other coaches accountable. Coaches are all about having fun, especially on our team. We have a really fun team. So having fun and improving ourselves and the lives of others. You don't have to be a fitness trainer or know all the right nutrition, but if you are, you can work together with us. We have trainers on our team that do real well with it. As a trainer, you can only train so many people in a day. If you're not working, you're not getting paid. If you move, you have to start all over again with new clients to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, and then keep them accountable with fitness and nutrition the rest of the week when you become a coach. You don't need to be at your goal body. You can inspire people to your journey, and this will make you more relatable to others. We have a lot of coaches on our team and in the network that are in the middle of their journey or at the beginning of their journey that are just knocking it out of the park. If you're thinking this is the right move for you because you're great at sales, you're probably not going to be a great fit for the team. We never sell. This is about sharing your journey and matching fitness programs to meet the person or client's needs. It's definitely not about sales or being salesy. If you're looking for accountability and fun and helping others on their journey and ready to improve yourself, then you are in the right place right now.
Okay, so benefits of being a coach. First and foremost, you set your own work hours. Whatever time of day, you want to get up early, you want to sleep in, you work when you want to work. You can work full-time or part-time. Some people do this solely on their lunch break. You want to work an hour a day, you work an hour a day. You communicate to your coach what your goals are and how long you want to work, how much time you want to put in, and we help you come up with a plan to reach your goals. This is a business you can build online or in person. I primarily use the social media platform for my business, but it's also possible to, meet people or gain customers through your job, meet people at your kids' schools, talk to people at the grocery store. Actually, one of my coaches came from a conversation that I had at the grocery store. Motivation and accountability. This part of it has been huge for me, as I said in my story. You want to stop giving up on your health, stop yo-yo dieting, this is your answer. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it, I don't feel like doing my workout, but I see all the other people in the groups that I'm in doing it, and I know I'm reminded of my goals, I know I want to continue to inspire others, so I do it. Meet amazing people. I have met some amazing, inspiring people doing this. Friends, I really feel like I'm a part of something, and I'm surrounding myself with people who want more, who want to be healthy, who want to be happy, and who want more out of their lives. So I always tell people to surround themselves with the kind of people that they want to be. So, are you doing that now? If not, this is a possibility for you. And, most importantly, have fun with it.
All right, so I'm going to go over a couple of the rewards for becoming a coach. So as a coach, you get a discount on your own products. So anything that you purchase, you get 25% off. So this is great even if you are not wanting to coach but just love Shakeology. You save about $100 every 6 months just with your coach discount. You also earn a 25% commission when anybody buys anything through your website. And as you start to grow your team, there are also bonuses for team growth. Their new P90 shirt that she got. They're always sending out different hats and books and just some really cool Beachbody stuff. And then there's also free trips. Scott had kind of touched on it a little bit at the beginning, but there are a ton of free trips that you can earn through Beachbody. The first free trip that we went on together was Disney back in 2013. And it was Scott's first time to Disney, so that was really cool. They sent us out to Disney, gave us free passes. We actually, the next trip coming up through Beachbody is Cancun in April. And then we also do a lot of team trips as well. So if you're local to Western New York, we did a team catamaran cruise last summer, which was really fun. And we also have a leadership retreat. Couldn't come at a better time. The snowplow just went by. We have our leadership retreat where Scott and I are treating 10 of our top coaches in our team to a weekend in Virginia Beach next weekend. So there are tons of different ways to get rewarded. And really, like, how often can you say that you work at a job that really appreciates you and really rewards you for helping people? It's a pretty amazing experience.
Still muted. Sorry guys, I was still muted. So you're probably wondering what you can expect from our team. Well, everything. Support, encouragement, camaraderie are all super huge on our team. Surrounding yourself with positive, motivated, driven people, it's contagious. It's honestly been a huge life change, and I could not say that about any job I ever worked in the past. We do have an exclusive Facebook group and team training for all of our coaches. We have weekly calls, webinars, new coach calls. All are filled with support. As Julie said, if you are Buffalo local, we even have local team gatherings. And our goal is simple: to empower you to be successful. We give you all the tools, tips, and training you need to set you up for success. And we are really, the new year's, we are in the new year, and you know how those gyms go. Gyms are packed on January, and then they start to trickle off, and people don't feel like going. This is when it's big time because people are gearing up to get ready for spring and summer, and I'm super excited to gear up for Virginia Beach next week because it's too cold.
Okay, so what are your options, and what are the different reasons why you would want to start coaching? Number one, you may be just interested in getting the discount. You like the products, and just simply by being a coach, you get a 25% discount. Second option would be, you want the discount, but you also, as I talked about, want to get your Shakeology paid for every month. And spread the love with your programs that you are successful with and help a couple of people each month. So the third would be a career coach, and this is if you want to create financial freedom, a sustainable income through coaching, and all at the same time helping others on their journey to health and wellness. Whatever category you fall into, you receive all the great benefits of our team. You will be surrounded by like-minded people who are all working towards the goal of ending the trend of obesity. We have many coaches who start not knowing which category they fall into. And I was one of those. Initially, I think mostly I was just afraid of what, what I could or couldn't do. And I said I wanted to be a discount coach. And like I said in my story, as soon as I saw all the amazing things happening with the other coaches, I knew that I wanted to do more. So just know that you have all of these different options, and all are welcome on our team.
Now, this post here is just to kind of show what is possible, and I get really weird sharing my money posts, but I think it really helps to show that just being consistent and putting in the hard work really does pay off. My husband Scott, who we talked earlier, Scott and I have been full time at this now I've been full time about 2 years. He's been full time about 6 months, and I still have people thinking that this isn't a sustainable business and that we don't have income coming in. We didn't have income before. We were in debt when we started this, and we're almost out of debt now. I think I have one more payment on my car loan. My school loan is down to peanuts compared to what it was, and so it really just goes to show what you can get by being consistent. My first month of the business, I really didn't know much about coaching at all. And we didn't have the team that we have now. We didn't have team trainings like we have now, the team website. But it just shows, after being consistent, how it really does build up to a full-time income. And this is just the beginning. It's so far my income has been going up about 350 to 400% every year. So Scott has this like holy crap look on his face when I say that, because how many times have you had a job that's given you that kind of raise? Scott actually went, I think, 8 years, his last 8 years at his job without having a raise, and he ran the place. So just wanted to let you know that that is why this is here. It's not all about the money, but money helps. Everybody needs money. Everybody can use more money, and the more money you have, the more people that you can help, and the more good you can do. So that's what this is about.
That was seriously awesome, Julie, and thank you for sharing that. So what could your future look like? These are just some posts. Feel free to take a look at them. Posted by coaches on how Beachbody has changed their life. I'm going to read the one at the bottom because when this was posted, this really hit me the hardest. 4 years ago, I was selling things on eBay and Craigslist to get enough money around to pay for Christmas for my family. Today, my paycheck was nearly $10K. To say this has changed my family's life is such an understatement. Thank you, Beachbody, for being a blessing in our lives. That's just amazing. And this is real life, which is just amazing. I can't even say amazing enough. So check out those.
So anytime there's a new program release, it's a really good time to get involved with the business. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, they launched the 21-Day Fix Extreme, which is the next one, the more intense one of the 21-Day Fix, which I love. And it's the perfect time to get in. With the incredible success of the 21-Day Fix, and it's getting parlayed into the 21-Day Fix Extreme. It's just a really good time to get involved and share that with your friends and family and anybody you know that wants to have amazing fitness results in 21 days. So there's a lot of good things happening right now.
All right, so you have heard all of our stories. You have heard all about coaching. If you have questions, start putting them in the chat now. One of the biggest questions you probably have is, how do you get started? How do you join this amazing team? How do you start living your life by your design? How do you start doing what you want to do by helping other people? So that is what I'm going to go over on this slide. So there are a couple ways to sign up as a coach. There is an initial $39.95 business sign-up fee, which is waived with a challenge pack purchase. So that is how the majority of coaches sign up. If you haven't purchased a challenge pack before in the past and you have no idea what it is, it's basically a fitness program plus Shakeology combined in a bundled package. So when you get your challenge pack, it comes with any workout, any program you want. The 21-Day Fix and the 21-Day Fix Extreme are both on sale this month for $140. and that waives your business sign-up fee, and then you are officially ready to start coaching. There's also a showcase pack that you can get instead, and this one is for people who are really ready to jump in and run with this. This is $295, and it comes with a ton of stuff. You get the 21-day fix workout, Focus T25, which is Shaun T's one of his latest workouts, P90X3, you get a Shakeology sampler pack, Shakeology totes, a welcome guide, the product catalog, and your Shakeology, all for that. It's about $150 in savings. So after you become a coach, there is a $15.95 monthly fee, and this covers a ton of stuff. It covers your 3 Beachbody websites. So basically, you are given a website right when you sign up. It's basically your online store, and you just direct people to that website, and when they purchase anything, that's when you get your commission. There's also all the branded advertisement through infomercials. It's really hard to find somebody who has not heard of P90X or Insanity or even the 21-day fix, and that's only been out for about a year. So that really, they're advertising for us, and so that's absolutely amazing. It also includes, which is great, is the warehouse employees for direct shipment. So there are a lot of companies out there where you have big buy-ins where it's $500 or $1,000 to buy in, buy a bunch of product, and then you have this product sitting at your house. You have to find people to buy it from you and then ship it out, and you are responsible for all of that. We don't have to do that. So it covers your warehouse employees, so we don't have to have a box or a basement full of Brazil butt lift boxes. And it covers our Success tab in the online office, which is a bunch of training, personal development. They really focus on helping you get better and being a better person on the inside and the outside. I mean, this company really focuses on making yourself a better and more positive person. They also really appreciate our military. So active duty military and now vets get the business sign-up fees waived. You don't have to pay the $15.95 monthly fee as Beachbody's thank you to our military. And so that, especially for the vets, that's great because that was just added about a month ago. So I think that is about all I have here. So definitely talk to the coach who invited you. They are going to be able to figure out which program is the best for you, which one to get you started in, and also let them know what you want out of coaching, because then they are going to be able to direct you to the correct spots on our team site and the correct spots on our team training as well. So let me get off of the screen share for everybody. All right, so does anybody have any questions? All right, I don't see any questions popping up. Oh, we have an echo. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and let Chris go ahead and take over.
Oh, me? Looking for
All right,
questions?
guys.
Okay.
Oh, I'm echoing now too.
I'm not muted. Hold on. She said Kristen, and we're both Kristen.
So, I don't know why you showed up here tonight. Do you feel that you desire more? Do you know that you are destined for more, for better health and a better life in general? Imagine being able to stay home with your family, your kids. Imagine the freedom to work on your own terms. Imagine even just having extra money to pay off debt, get your kids something extra, be able to go on a date because now you can get a sitter and pay for dinner, or whatever, or even taking a vacation. You never thought you could. Imagine a job that makes you feel appreciated. Imagine having a dream and making it come true. Imagine not depending on anyone else for money. Imagine not dieting anymore. Could it get any better than that? And actually living. Do you want this? Do you want to be able to live your life by your design and be happy and healthy? Guess what? You will get all of that with coaching on our team. Today I heard a couple quotes listening to some personal development. This one's really big. 98% of the population says, what if I can't? 2% says, what if I can? And people won't try because they're scared of failing. Well, sitting and doing nothing is failing. Both I can totally relate to. I don't usually say I wish anymore, but I do wish I had done this sooner. As I said no 4 times. Will you look back in a couple months or a year and say, I wish I had? Guys, we just want to thank you so much for joining us. And as Julie said, please reach out to the coach who invited you, because they're going to be able to direct you with all of your questions. And have a wonderful night. And thank you again for joining us.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.